Everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'll try to make this short and sweet, but I just kind of want to just go ahead and get on here and record and address what's been on my mind for quite a while. So I'm going to go back and forth here, so just pardon me. First things first, I want to get out the way. Thank you for all my supporters and all the love that I'm getting from my viewers, from my new subs, and or just people that are just passing by and leaving thoughtful, uplifting comments. I want to say that first and foremost, I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. That motivates me to keep on doing what I do. Even though this system is trying to stop me, and they're trying to do everything they can to stop the truth from being told, or made it look like you are crazy, or, whatever the case may be. And it's going to kind of tie into what I wanted to talk about. And I don't know where this is going to lead as far as, how you're going to perceive it, or how you're going to allow your cognitive dissonance to allow you to accept this, okay? Because that's the first and foremost thing that us as truthers, every last one of us has went through, because we've been lied to since day one. But if something has never set right with us, of course, we're going to be hesitant. We're always going to be the rebellious ones. We're always going to have something to say. Or be the odd one, be the crazy one, be whatever, nutcase, bipolar, whatever name they want to call you, label you as, that's what you are, okay? But see, now that that veil's been lifted, and now that I see through a whole nother set of eyes, it makes more sense to me for people to believe the narrative or believe the lies that we've been told, okay? Number one, people don't understand that these people are witches. They deal with witchcraft, and I'm talking about black magic, dark magic, the type of magic that we've been under the spell since day one, okay? Now, I'm going to bring up Hollywood, and Hollywood has a lot to do with it, because, or TV, television, however the broadcasting, how they want to get the news out there. Before television, they had radio, okay? They did something, a broadcast, I think it was called the War of the Worlds. And this is something that they played, and I really believe that this is one of the first psyops that they had on society when it's dealing with massive people. You have a chance to look up the War of the Worlds. And I might be saying this wrong, but you could Google it and try to figure it out. But apparently it was a broadcast, and I listened to it before, because I remember it was a paper or something, that some kind of assignment that I had to do in school. So I do remember hearing the actual audio. It was a recording of an alien invasion, basically, if you could imagine not having a TV back then, so you had to visualize all this stuff and be built up in your head to know, and be terrified out of your mind to know that this is really happening. There's an actor who voiced over, and I want to say something Wells, or G. Wells, but I might be wrong. Orwell, I'm not even going to screw up the name, because I haven't, like I said, I'm just going off the top of my head. I haven't researched and written down anything. I'm just saying what's on my mind just from memory. But however the case may be, they put the broadcast out there, scared everybody to death. They admitted that it was a psyop, but I don't know how they did it, or how they alerted people that it was a bunch of BS and not to worry. However, get into the case when they did invent television, you're able to see for yourself what's going on. So you're putting eye and ear to see, what the truth is. So you're going to have all these psyops that come up. So one of the things that come up is, of course, you're going to have the race division. The stories like Emmett Till, all those old Southern stories that you hear, especially in the South, the old race things that go on and take place. You're going to hear a lot of stories about those. or we heard a lot of stories, and that's what part of our history is, that we learn about those things. So again, with our history, I'm sorry for the editing. What we are, what we are taught, what we are learned, we are only going to act on what we are taught. And how are we supposed to react? Okay. But I kind of want to get back, and the reason why I wanted to start this whole video is dealing with people and their association with thinking that people like me are crazy. Okay. And I say that because I'm a truther, and I'm going to speak what's on my mind. Just because I've had my third eye decalcified and I see through a whole things a whole different way. Not people like me are labeled crazy. Since the beginning, as I was getting into the speech about how they've been programming us since radio days, and into television and broadcasting, and showing us all these fake psyops and crisis actors since day one. And I'm sorry if you feel that these storylines, and I'm not going to even say who it is, but back in the 50s, 60s, whatever, these Southern racial things that they want us to be upset about. They want us to be upset about with the white race, and they want the black race. I mean, excuse me, they want the white race to be hating the black race. Never understood that whole thing. I don't understand unless I done something to that person personally, or then I can see the disagreement. But when they outright make it a point to push it down your throat, it's hate, 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 hate. I'm only going to know, me living on the West Coast, what's going on in the southern states, or, just unless I have family that have told me personal stories that this actually happened, then of course there's something wrong. But then this is where the psychological thing goes on. I'm not too sure of the right word to call it, or what I'm looking for, but if I describe it, I'm pretty sure y'all can understand where I'm going with this. Okay, it's kind of like you tell one person and one thing, and they'll go back and tell another person, whisper, whisper. So you're gonna get all this hype. You're gonna get that person hyped up, that person. So now you got a whole group of people hyped up on both sides. Okay. So with the programming, now this is something that is going to go down this rabbit hole that is going to you're going to separate me from, I adjust my tin hat. But this, if you listen to me and listen to me carefully, what I say is going to make sense. If you have that veil lifted up, you're going to understand what I'm saying. I don't know if a lot of people are spiritually, or if they understand how these people work as far as gematria and Luciferianism. And as I stated before, these people are witches, and they're going to use black magic against us. So they've been putting a spell on us since day one. Part of that process is getting our attention through media, through Hollywood. So you're going to put all these movies out there and all these storylines that are going to attract us, as far as get our attention, get our imaginations flowing out there. Now, remember I told you that the beginning with the broadcasting and stuff like that, all you could do is just sit and listen and imagine. There's a reason why they did that. The reason why they're still doing it. The word theta means imagination. Theater comes from the word theta, okay? So you've got theater, you've got the actors, you've got Hollywood, you got your production, you got whatever. And I keep on saying the word Hollywood. It's not just Hollywood. It's just whatever they put movies they put out there. Whatever is broadcast is Hollywood, because like Hollywood, like if you watch, go back to my couple of my videos, I explain how the word Hollywood came about and why they use it, because it comes from the Hollywood tree. And that's where the stick, the magic stick, and all that kind of stuff comes from. So that's what they use against us. When they put these award shows and all these psyops and all the mainstream media, that's when they have our brain. They already have control of our brain. So if you're sitting there listening, like, what is this woman talking about? Just sit back and listen, and maybe think back in your head the first time you heard something on the news. And I'm talking about like something that was upset you, like some kind of storyline. I'm not talking about any local news. Like, there is stuff that does happen that is true, and of course they report it. But I'm talking about something major, like something that's just been going on this past month. I can't really say what it is, but you understand what I'm saying. So I'm hearing this news about this on TV. Somebody got shot, somebody got killed. Happens to be the same color, race as I am, and the person who did it happens to be the opposite color. Opposite race of what that person is. So it's going to be labeled as a hate crime. It's going to be labeled as something that other than what I really truly believe it is, okay? When I say that I don't believe what I see on the news, hear on the news, or hear about, then a group of people, they like to categorize us as being a truther. They even go so far as even labeling as a domestic terrorist. Because people don't agree with what they see on the news. So it's like you have to be careful what you say or what you do, because whatever you try to do, they're going to try to shut you down. But there's one thing that I always point out, and this is the truth. They have to tell us what's going on. They have to tell us what they've been doing, what they plan to do, but it's all mixed in with the lies, okay? So that's a part of the black magic that they use up on us, is that since we are already I don't have my third eye is decalcified now, but when it was calcified and I didn't see through that, I saw what everybody else saw on the news. I got mad like everybody else. I wanted to do something about it just like everybody else. And I reacted like anybody else would. Any human being that had compassion, a heart, of course, because they've already taken that from me since I was born. Since I've been could watch TV, listen to the news, or anybody, okay? So the argument here is, do I keep on going and pushing forward with my own manifestation of my own reality, or sit back and try to wake up people and make them realize, hey, this is what's going on? Well, I choose number one, because I've been through this. I've been through this past couple years, not just on YouTube, but in my own personal family. And I'm going to tell you something, and a lot of you probably can relate to this. Nothing hurts worse than hearing somebody that you're close to, not even just have to be a family member, it could be a friend, somebody that you grew up with, have a conversation with them, and then everything's getting along fine, and then you get into an argument about worldly events. You don't agree with something that they've done, what they decided to do with themselves, and you try to tell them, well, this is what I feel, and the friendship that you've had for 20 years is probably dissolved because of a stupid argument. So all this division, it doesn't have to be about race anymore. It's about division. Okay, what they want to do so they can control you. Just remember, and I'm going to end this video right now. Like I said, I just wanted to make this quick, but I know it's end up to 30 minutes. I don't care. I'm gonna say what speak what's on my mind, and I know like I got a lot of supporters, a lot of viewers out there that come back and listen to me. And thank you again. Like I said, that's the only thing that motivates me, because other than that, I don't give a shit about this YouTube shit. Okay, I like to expose these demons, opening up the eyes, doing the Hollywood stuff. That the Illuminati stuff, the Hollywood stuff, that's basic stuff. That is just the beginning of what these demons are. Okay. No, they don't like when you talk about it. They don't like when you find out the truth. Okay? But just remember this, if you don't have to believe me, you don't even have to respond. And you could continue to think that I'm crazy, whatever, I don't care. But I will say this, and this is something that is true. This is a proven fact. They've already got your mind. You're under their spell. You've already been set up in your mind. This is what's going on. This is what's happening, because it's on the news, because it happened on TV, because they said so. I believe it. No. I hope y'all wake up, man. I mean, I really hope so. I really hope there is still hope out there for people who still got that calcified eye. But you know what? It may not be, because some of my research has shown that if you're going to stay asleep, you're going to stay asleep. If you still got that calcification on top of your third eye, it's going to stay there. I believe since I was born that I could see perception. I mean, I've always been different, and I've always been labeled as different, which I don't care. It's hurtful sometimes, especially people that I grew up with, to hear them say you or call you that you're crazy or this and that. They say that because they don't understand me. But there's more. There's people out there that are like me, that understand what I'm trying to say. You always felt like there's something different, and you just couldn't put your finger on it until now that the veil is lifted. Now you see through a whole nother set of fresh eyes, and everything's different. Everything is different. So I'm going to continue to do what I do, and I'm going to live through my own manifestation. And if you don't understand that, just research it and understand that everything that you believe and perceive, it comes to light. Okay? Basically, if you believe that you're going to be sick, you're going to be sick. If you believe that you're going to be healed, you're going to be healed. Okay, that's where the healing powers come in. That's a lot of things that people don't. You want to dig down that rabbit hole, you don't know that we all have healing powers. We all have healing powers. Okay? But you forgot how to use it, or you don't want to know how to use it. Okay? Our communication used to be nothing but telepathically, okay? This language that we have, this alphabet language, that's from the Greeks. The only sacred language that's a universal, of course, is universal mathematics, okay? Gematria, okay? Numbers, because that's what they go on. So understand that. That's why I try to explain to people, the first thing they don't know about gematria. Well, all the alphabets are numbered. So whatever number that is for that letter in the alphabet, that's what they go on, or they go on, specific dates. And 3 being the root of it, okay? And that's when you get into the 369 and all that kind of stuff. And then you get into the 666s and stuff like that, and all this kind of stuff. Now, look, I'm all over everywhere because that's how my brain works. And I think that's a good thing. And I don't care if you call me crazy, nuts, whatever. I think that me being this way has actually saved my life. If you think about that, you could take that how you want to. But I'm in this video. I'm going to try to upload some more videos. I'm going to try to keep on doing what I got to do. I got a whole list of videos that I need to go through, a lot of viewer requests, a lot of things that I need to get done. And I apologize if you think that I'm ignoring you, but I'm not. I just have got a lot on my plate, and I'm trying to get everything done. And with being shut down by YouTube, when they flag me or they put a strike on my channel, I can't upload nothing. I can't do anything but sit there and and comment on other people's pages. Can't do anything. And then, so that pisses me off. So I just go say, you know what, I'm not even going to finish this video. So that's where that comes from. So like I said, I'm going to try to do the best I can. I've got a lot of videos I do want to put out there. A lot of them are old, as far as like, it's old news. You already knew about it. The ones that are already woke. I just like to just put these videos out there like that, just to kind of remind people, hey, this is how these demons work. This is what they do. Don't forget about that. All right. Always love y'all. And thank you for watching, as always.